Hi everyone, welcome to the ride operator video for Panther. Albeit simple, Panther is still a power ops ride, so you will need to try out for it. It's pretty fast paced. The interval is 45 seconds, and I'm going to take you through everything you need to know about Panther. So this is our main midway. We have our restaurant, the Jungle Juice Marina Bar and Grill on the right. Sorry about the frame rate, by the way. There's a lot of trees in this thing. And then we have our Locker Plaza over on the left. One thing you need to know that this is a no-loose article ride. So people will need to put all of their stuff in lockers that cannot fit in their pockets before they need a ride. The lockers are free, and there's thousands of them, so please do not hesitate to point them in a locker. There are 11 positions on this ride. There is 2 entrance, 2 crowd, 4 restraint checking positions, and controls. Did I say 11? I meant that. There's 9 positions. If we cut any positions, it'll be in this order. We'll cut one of the crowds first, and then we'll cut one of the entrances, and then we're going to cut load 1 and then load 2 in that order. Load 1 is usually in charge of spieling, but that responsibility will go to load 2 if load 1 is cut, and to one of the unloads if both loads are cut. So there's not really much to say about this coaster other than you can't really see it until you're right on top of it. So we're just going to go ahead and get started with the positions here.
These items may not be taken past the queue entrance. This includes backpacks,
So
souvenir cups,
here are the 200 positions.
bottles, stuffed animals,
One of them is regular, one of them is easy queue.
larger than a piece of standard letter paper.
You will spend 30 minutes at each position.
Final say on whether or not an item can be taken into the queue line.
So ideally you'll spend an hour over here.
Everything you bring into this queue
The rotations will go as follows.
must either be thrown out before you board, or it must ride with you.
Entrance will actually be the one to start the bump rotation.
Thank you, and enjoy.
We're actually going to work backwards. So regular entrance is going to go to easy queue. Easy queue entrance is actually going to go all the way over to unload 2.
Attention all guests.
Unload 2 to unload 1.
Anything that
Or
cannot
unload
fit
1 to
in
controls.
pockets must be left in a locker or with a non-rider. These items may not be taken past the
Controls
queue
down
entrance.
to
This includes backpacks,
load 1.
souvenir cups, non-disposable water
And then back to
bottles,
load 2.
and any purse or fanny pack.
And then we've got
larger than a
the
piece of standard letter paper. The
2
entrance
crowd
host has
positions.
final say on
So
whether
ideally
or
you'll
not
spend an
an
hour
item can be
at
taken into
crowd
the
as
queue.
well.
Remember that everything you
So
bring
starting with our
into
entrance,
queue
this
must either be
is
thrown
a
out before
PTC.
you board, or it must
These
ride
have
with you.
PTC wooden trains.
We do not have bins.
Our height requirement is
Platform.
48 inches.
Thank you, and enjoy your ride.
These height sticks are used for a quick glance at their height, and if they're kind of close, you're going to put them on the height stand. You're going to have them stand
Attention
against
all
the
guests
back
approaching Panther.
of the height stand. You're going to swing
Anything that cannot
triangle
fit
over.
in your pocket
If it hits them firmly on the head, they're good to go. If it just brushes their hair, they're not.
These items may not be taken past the
If they're
queue
really,
entrance.
really close, you should send them up to guest relations at the front of the park and have them get an official measurement.
Non-disposable water bottles, stuffed animals,
If they come up
and
with a
any
red
purse
wristband,
or fanny pack
that means they meet the
larger than
48
a
inches
piece
or
of
above height
standard
requirement.
letter paper. The entrance hosts
And
have final say on whether or not
they'll
an
be good to
item
go.
can be taken into the queue
Just
line.
maybe look them
Remember that
them
everything
over
you
once
bring
more with the
into
height
this
stick
queue
to make sure
must
they're
either
actually
be thrown out before you
good
board,
and
or
they're
it
not, they
must
don't just
ride
have the
with
wrong
you,
wristband.
as we do not have bins on the station.
So if you're in charge of easy queue, what you're gonna do
Thank you,
is you're
and
gonna
enjoy your ride.
take your queue bot. You're gonna press the circle button. That's gonna scan the queue bot of the person holding easy queue in. And if it's not their time yet, it'll tell you so.
approaching Panther.
And it'll also say how many people are in their party, so make sure that they've got the right amount of people in their party.
These items may not be taken past the queue entrance. This includes backpacks.
If the queue needs to be open,
non-disposable water bottles.
crowd 2 is usually going to take care of that. But if there's only one crowd, then it's usually easy queue entrance that takes care of that. And if there's only one entrance, you can close the line and for a bit go open up the queue if you want to. Just whatever needs to be done to make sure all rider requirements are fulfilled. As for queue times, I'm gonna fly you over here. The whole queue being filled is 5 hours and 15 minutes. So you got 5 minutes over here. You got 10 minutes here, then 10 minutes of each of these for 85 minutes. Each of these are another 10 minutes and there are 6 of them for 145 minutes. There are 8 more of these for 225 minutes. And then there's 6 more of these for 285 minutes. And then the rest of the queue up to the top of the stairs, 30 minutes. As for easy queue, 15 minutes for easy queue is going to be back to this corner. Another 15 minutes is going to be in the middle of the stairs. And all the way to the back to the entrance is going to be 45 minutes for easy queue. So basically, you're the first line of defense for rider requirements, and loose articles. Riders have to be 48 inches. They must have at least 3 functioning extremities. That means, they can have an arm and 2 legs, an arm, or 2 arms and 1 leg. They have to have at least 3. Doesn't really matter. And they must be able to hold on with at least 1 hand.
Whether or not an item can be taken into the queue. Remember that
height requirement is 48 inches. There's no consolation for anyone preparing. It's a flat 48.
As we do not have bins on the station platform. Thank you.
As for loose articles, basically it has to be able to fit in your pockets in order to ride. So no backpacks, oversized fanny packs or purses. No sports balls, no stuffed animals.
Attention, all guests approaching Panther.
All of that has to go in a locker or be left in a locker.
Fit in your pockets must be left in your locker or with a non-rider.
So basically, you just sit here and you watch for that, and you scan an easy queue if you're on the easy queue side.
Souvenir cups.
So that's really it. That's really it for that. So we're gonna walk down, and we're gonna go to crowd. Now we're just gonna brush past these 2 positions relatively quickly. And don't forget, if someone wants to take crowd or entrance, they can, as long as it's not causing a problem. Now, if you are a crowd, keep in mind controls can see you. So, just be wary of that, right? You're gonna walk down these stairs to crowd. I should probably tell you a little bit about parent swaps, item passes, and alternate access real quick while we're walking over there. There are 2 types of alternate access passes. There's the regular one for physical disabilities, and then there's another one for called a Plan Your Day for autism type disabilities. For the former, you're going to go to entrance and get a time. And if they want the front row, they have to add 15 minutes to that time. It's the current time plus the wait time. So let's say the wait time's an hour, and the current time's 10 a.m. You write a time for 11 a.m. or 11:15 a.m. if they want the front. For Plan Your Day, it's a set interval between rides. If it's the first ride of the day, you let them in. You're going to write the name of the ride down on the form. You're going to cross it out. You're going to put the time they rode, and then you're going to put another time that is in full marked on the top of the paper at the gates. So it could be as little as 5 minutes, or it could be as many as 3 hours. depending on how. But that 3 hours is only if the park's going to absolutely hit capacity. Certainly not this year. Item passes are, if someone gets to crowd and they have something they shouldn't, you send them back through the easy queue, their item pass, have them go put the stuff in the locker, and then you can admit them back into the easy queue. They're going to hold on to their passes and their one-time easy queues all the way up through the queue, and then once they get to crowd, crowd's going to take them the right void on them. Speaking of crowd, let's go to crowd. There are 2 crowd positions. Those are both standing positions. So, got height 6 up here too. Same thing. Always check height. Regardless of your position, you have to check height as well. There are also extra height sticks up there, by the way, in case one breaks for whatever reason, or you need to borrow one. You need to pull someone off the ride and height check in here. So, second line of defense, the loose articles and everything else, the rider requirements, but you're also going to assign rows. Usually what we do on really busy days is we do alternate. We do 1 train easy queue and 1 train regular. Although you can decide amongst yourselves if there's 2 crowds what you want to do. You're gonna scan in their easy queue again. So you're gonna make sure they have a queue on. They're coming through easy queue. You're gonna make sure they don't have any loose articles in there. Now, of course, medical bags will be marked with the tag, and those can go on the other side of the platform.
Welcome back.
Anywho, usually you can assign rows front to back. If someone wants a certain row, you can give it to them unless the line is over 180 minutes. So that's pretty much it for crowd. Once again, if you want to stay down here, you can. But keep in mind, controls can see you if you start causing an issue. Now we're going to go to restraint checking positions. We're not going to go in rotation order. We're just going to start here, and then go around, and then eventually get to controls. So, here we are in, this is load 1. You got your circle, you're going to stand in your circle. That's your safe zone. You're going to be checking the first 6 seats on this side. What you're going to do is you're going to push-pull the lap bar, and you're going to give it a little tug on the seatbelt. You can do one, then the other, or you can do them both at the same time. Just make sure you're push-pulling the lap bar and you're tugging the seatbelt, so it doesn't matter. Here comes the train. And one last thing, if there's an empty seat, you're going to close the lap bar, and then you're going to put the seatbelt through the loop of the lap bar. Alright, gates are closed. Push-pull, 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 and push-pull. Then you're going to walk back. You're going to walk backwards, and you're going to scan each of these seats. You're going to scan each of these seats to make sure there is nothing that's amiss. And then you're going to go, and you're going to scan forward. You're going to scan the platform area in front of here to make sure there's no one there, and you're going to throw out your clear. If you're in the front of the station, you're going to be throwing out a low clear, and you're going to throw up a high clear if you're in one of the 2 positions back there. And of course, you got to watch your turn. Be sure to call a hold or hold if anyone has a phone. And if you see someone else calling a hold, especially since control booth is so high, you definitely need to call a hold yourself. Let's do a couple more repetitions. Enjoy the rest of your day at Chicago Thrill Yards. And if someone goes to put anything on the other side of the platform, just remind them that everything's right. Alright, say it's locked. Alright, push pull, push pull, push pull, Push, pull,
and pull
push,
the
pull,
ladder down as far
push,
as it
pull.
will go. Raise your arms as the crew secures you. During your ride, please remain seated with your hand, arms,
Make sure you
and
scan
legs
each of your seats
inside
too.
the train at all times, and your head against the headrest.
Right.
Now get ready for a deadly crowd as you give chase.
Sorry, I'm trying to do this like I did at. You get the gist of what's trying to happen. You guys get the gist of what's trying to happen. We're gonna do a couple more repetitions from here. And then we'll move on to the next restraint checking position.
Welcome back. When the train stops, pull down and push up.
Once again, the interval is
Fasten
45
your
seconds,
seatbelt
so you're going to need
and
to
your
check
left.
quickly.
Enjoy the rest of your day at Chicago Thrill Yards. Oncoming riders, please step quickly and carefully through the gates and take your seat.
Alright, gates closed, restraints locked.
Stand back.
Push pull, push pull, push pull, push pull, push pull, push pull.
Raise your
Then
arms as the crew secures you.
go ahead and scan each seat.
With your hand, arms, feet, and legs inside the train at all times. And your head
Go ahead and scan right, scan left.
Get ready for a deadly crowd.
And then when you're ready, throw out your clip.
On Panther.
Make sure you throw it. Make sure you throw it out to the front of the station, across from you. That way, load 2 can see it. All right, we're gonna do one more train, and then we're gonna move on to load 2. This is gonna be a much quicker ride-out video than usual. The frame rate's really annoying, and it's a wooden coaster, so it's pretty basic stuff anyway. By the way, highly recommend this ride if you take power-ups. All right, push pull, push pull, push pull, push pull, push pull, push pull. Scan the seats. Go ahead and scan. Until they're back in their safe zone, draw your plan. Simple stuff. Really not that much to it. All clear. All right, so now we're gonna move on back to load 2, which is one of our 2 enable positions. Bit of a button pusher.
Welcome back. When the train stops, pull down and push up with your left arm and fasten the safety belt to your left. Enjoy the rest of your day at Chicago Thrill Yards. Oncoming riders, step quickly and carefully.
So this is load 2. Basically identical, except you're going to be checking the last 6 seats, and you got an enable panel here. So this button, 800TM305G from Alan Bradley, the best mushroom button there is. This needs to be held down the entire time trains are moving. And until restraints are unlocked too. If you let go of it a little too early, the restraints aren't going to unlock. So, and I am aware that the gate open button is another green button. Please don't push that when you're ready to dispatch a train, because if you open the gates, you have to recheck the whole train. And everyone's going to groan at you, because then you're going to stack trains back here. And on a coaster this long, you really should not be doing that. So, let's do it. Let's check some trains. And when you scan, you're going to scan back here and then across.
Enjoy the rest of your day at Chicago Thrill Yards. Oncoming riders, please step quickly and carefully through the gates and take your seat. Riders waiting to board, please stand back as the gates are closing. Once seated,
Push pull,
fasten your
push
seatbelt
pull,
and pull the
push
lap bar
pull,
down as far
push
as
pull,
it will go.
push pull,
Raise your
push
arms
pull.
as the crew secures you. During your ride, please remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train at all
Scan,
times, and your head against
scan
the
front.
headrest. Now
Wait for
get
their
ready
clear.
for a deadly crowd as you give
All right,
chase
throw up your
on
high
Panther.
clear and push your button. They can see you, don't worry. And the button's not going to time out either. So don't worry about that. Another thing is, be mindful of when you're checking seats backwards. Another thing, and I learned this when operating Dragster, it's kind of easy to forget if you have any amount of train left. Like sometimes you might check only 2 cars.
Welcome back. When the train stops, pull down and push up on your lap bar.
Just make sure to count in your head if you have trouble remembering that. Just make sure you're counting that you're checking 6 seats. All right, restraints locked. Push pull, push pull, push pull, push pull, pull, push pull. Go ahead and scan the seats.
Raise your arms as the crew secures you. During your ride, please remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs.
Scan left,
inside the train
scan
at all
right.
times, and your head against the headrest. Now
Wait for
get
your
ready
clear.
For a deadly crowd as you give chase on Panther.
And clear, hold down your button. All clear.
Welcome back. When the train stops, pull down and push up.
All right, we're gonna do one more train, and then we are going to.
Enjoy the rest of your day at Chicago Rail Yard. Oncoming riders, please step quickly and carefully through the gates and take your seat.
All right,
Riders waiting to board,
push pull,
stand back.
push pull, push pull, push pull, push pull, push pull.
Lap bar down as far as it will go.
Great.
Raise your arms as the crew secures you.
Go ahead and scan your train.
Please remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs.
Scan left, scan right.
And your head against
Get ready to put your clear up.
Now get ready for a deadly crowd as you give chase on Panther.
All right, we're gonna get ready to cross the train and go over to unload 2.
Welcome back. When the train stops, pull down and push up on your lap bar. Unfasten your safety belt
All right.
and exit to your left. Enjoy
Cross.
the rest of your day at Chicago's Rail Yards.
Cross.
Oncoming riders, please step quickly and carefully through the gates and take your seat. Riders waiting to board, please stand back as the gates are closing. Once seated, fasten your seatbelt and pull the lap bar down.
I'll switch over once I'm done
Raise
recording
your
this.
arms as the crew secures you. During your ride, please remain seated with your hands.
All right,
arms,
same thing,
feet, and legs
only there's a difference.
inside the train at all times, and your head against the headrest.
Just
Now
that you're on the
get
other
ready
side
for a
there.
deadly crowd.
Oh, also that you're gonna push pull this gate. You're gonna make sure it's locked. Make sure you do it without stepping on the pressure pad, otherwise there's no point. So we're gonna start checking trains at the next one. Out they go. We're gonna check this train. in terms of where you're going to scan, you're just going to scan over here, and then you're going to scan the platform in front.
Enjoy the rest of your day at Chicago Trail Yard.
Make sure everyone gets right in the train. Make sure they don't plop anything in there. Alright, restraints locked. Push pull. Push pull. Push pull. Push pull. Push pull. Up. You need to. Can't get my seatbelt. Alright. Go ahead and step on the pedal. Step on the pedal. That'll unlock the restraint for this car. Let go of it. Alright, and then you're going to recheck. Push pull, push pull. Go ahead and scan your seats. Come back here. Oh, go up there. Push pull your gate. Back over there. All clear. You're gonna need to check seats over here a little quicker because he's still got to go push pull that gate on the way back. Looks like there's alternate access. You're actually going to be checking the whole train.
Welcome back. When the train stops, pull down and
that's when there's unload 1 takes care of alternate access. While they're doing that, unload 2 is going to check the whole train. Alright, restraints locked. Push pull, 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 push pull. Push pull, push pull. Quickly, please. Push pull this gate, and this gate. Back over here, and then just throw up your high clear when you're ready. Yeah, it's a bit frantic sometimes. Especially when you've got a lot of alternate access. Alright, we're going to check one more train, and then we're going to rotate up to unload 1.
Welcome back. When the train stops, pull down and push on your lap bar, unfasten your safety belt, and exit to your left. Enjoy the rest of your day at Chicago Trail Yard.
Try not to bump into these poles, by the way. Alright, push pull, push pull, push pull, push pull, push pull, push pull. Scan your seats. Go over here. Push pull the gate. Go back over here. Scan right. Scan left. And then just wait for the clear for mode 1. All clear. Great. So we're going to rotate up to unload 1. When the next train parks.
Welcome back. When the train stops, pull down and push on your lap bar, unfasten your safety belt.
Alright, let's rotate up here. This is the last restraint checking position we have to go over. You're going to check the first 6 seats on this side. You're going to push pull the gate. You're also going to take care of alternate access, which includes the regular alternate access coming from the exit and the VIP tours. Make sure you load every third train at most. That's pretty much all there is to it. And make sure they have front row indicated before letting them choose the front. Alright, so we're going to start checking on the next train. just gonna check a couple trains. We're just gonna check 2 trains because you pretty much know what you're doing. And then we're gonna go up to controls.
Welcome back. When a train stops, pull down and push up on your lap bar. Unfasten your safety belt and stay
Over here.
Enjoy the rest of your day at Chicago Rail Yard. Oncoming riders, please step
Literally, this is the easiest power-ups ride, but it's also the most fun.
Please stand back as the gates are closing.
Because you can jam out to the music. Push pull, push pull, push pull, push pull, push pull, push pull. Scan your seats.
Arms, feet, and legs inside the train at all times.
Go push, pull the gate.
Now get
Pull.
ready for a deadly crowd.
Back here. Scan forward. Scan back. Then put up your low clear. It's got one of the slower intervals for a power-ups ride. And, of course, having VTC trains, they're pretty easy to check. It's just a lot of bending down. And the scans are fairly straightforward. And controls is very straightforward, too, as well. We're just going to check one more train, and then we're going to go up to controls.
Welcome back. When the train stops, pull down and push up on your lap bar. Unfasten your safety belt and push to your left. Enjoy the rest of your day at Chicago Rail Yards. Oncoming riders, please step quickly and carefully through the gates and take.
All right, restraints locked. Push pull, push pull, push pull, push pull, push pull, push pull.
Fasten your seatbelt.
All right, scan your seats.
Raise your arms as the crew secures you.
Watch out for the pole.
During your ride, please remain seated with your hand
Go ahead and push pull the
and
gate.
legs inside the train at all times, and your head against the headrest. Now get ready for a deadly crowd
Scan.
as you give
Scan.
chase on Panther.
All clear. All right, who's ready for controls? You can actually go ahead and head up there now. You don't have to wait for the train to park. Yes, as part of bump rotation, of course, coming right to controls, so you just come up through here. So here's our panel. It's the most basic form of consign panel there is. There's no seat sensors. We've just got the exit gate sensors, loading gate sensors, and the sensors that indicate the train is locked. And then this one over here to basically tell you that both of those buttons are pressed. These 2 buttons function the same as those. Just gotta hold them both down. This is for if the ride throws an error. You press this button before you can do anything else. This is your spiel button. This enables you to use the screen. This is to lock and unlock restraints. And you can't really lock and lock restraints individually. It's all or nothing. This is for locking out to go do locks. This is your e-stop button. This resets it. This does not cut power to the ride, but it stops every train in place. This cuts power to the ride. This just drops every train in place. And then this stops and starts the lift. To do this, you're going to have someone run all the way around, then run down to the left to hit an identical button over there. Called jogging. Alright, who's ready to send some trains? Just stand back. Mainly what you're going to look for is 2 high clears that they're going to put around here. As long as you see 2 thumbs ups here and here, you'll be good. All clear. Say all clear and then just put all your weight on these 2 buttons. And of course, don't forget to call rotation. You're in controls, you're in charge of that. If someone puts up the E-stop symbol, then just press E-stop and ask questions later. If it's a false E-stop, it's going to be up there. Alright, just make sure everything's going smoothly, and then scan. You're going to scan, you're going to scan every part of the station, and then you're going to say all clear, and then you're going to hit the 2 buttons. So we'll send 2 more trains, and then we'll do some closing thoughts. That'll be it. Like I said, probably it's not the least fun of the Power Ops rides, but it's certainly the easiest, and it's definitely the most straightforward. All clear. So we're just gonna send 1 more train.
Your day at Chicago Grill Yards. Oncoming riders, please step quickly and carefully through the gates and take your seat. Riders moving aboard, please stand back.
One more thing. The ride does go down for any
Fasten
reason.
your seatbelt and pull the lap bar down as far as it will go. Raise your arms as quickly.
First thing you're gonna do is announce it. Second thing you're gonna do is call Power
with
Cops.
your hands, arms, feet,
And then third
legs
thing you're gonna do is
inside the train
call
at all
maintenance.
times. And your head
In that
is
order.
at rest.
Announce it,
Now
call
get
Power
ready
Cops, call
for a
maintenance.
deadly crowd as you give chase on Panther.
All clear. Alright, so that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all there is to Panther. I'm gonna head up the exit. We'll give you some final thoughts.
Welcome back. When the train stops, pull down and push up on your lap bar.
Let's go.
Fasten your safety belt and to your left. Enjoy the rest of your day at Chicago Grill Yards. Oncoming riders.
Alright, people, so that's it. That's pretty much how
Riders
you
waiting to board, please stand back as the
run
gates start closing.
Panther, I guess.
Fasten your seatbelt.
I mean, there's no bells and whistles. There's nothing insanely complicated about it. It's definitely the easiest Power Ops ride that we have to run. That's not to say it's the least fun. You've got the music all around you. You've got the fast-paced environment. And you got a ride that everyone's going to enjoy, regardless of who they are. So, and you're always going to get whoops and cheers when you ask the people how the ride was on this. You're never going to get a dull reaction, trust me. Now, I would say the only drawback is the line is actually longest for this ride at closing time. Because it's one of the most sought after night rides in the States. It's like the only good terrain night ride in Illinois, so it's pretty much all there is to it. So be prepared for late nights and relatively quiet mornings. So if you like crowds, you're okay with staying a little late, you're gonna want a later shift. So as for what ride everyone goes after the tryouts, I would say this is somewhere in the middle, like below racers, 777, Chicago City Music Coaster, but definitely above Mustang. And the Mine Train. So, thank you guys for joining me for this training session. And I hope you guys all have a good Thanksgiving holiday, and we'll see you all for the next one.